my path in logistics automation started more than 20 years ago. And those times I made projects for foreign companies, like German companies and etc. And they invited me to visit European warehouses to see what do they have there. And when I visited those warehouses, I saw a lot of conveyors, some robots, and etc. And they told me that this technologies is not close for Russian logistics, and it's a big failure for Russia that they do not use robots. But those times in Russia, 1 month of employee has price about 20,000 rubles. I think it's pretty similar to India, yes? About like this. And when we calculated ROI of robotization, then every time we wondered because we saw, hey, this money will return in about 100 years, maybe 50 years or like that. But time goes by and absence of robots started to be not a problem for Russia. It started to be a possibility. Why? Because technologies changes every year, every 5 years or 10 years. And when I visited Germany in 2011 year, comparing to my visit in Germany in 2020 year, they have conveyors, had conveyors in 2011, and they have conveyors in 2020. Why so? Because they took credits and they waiting for this money to return. And it's pretty long credit for 20 years, in 30 years, and etc. And when I asked some of my German friends what you would do today if you have the same money, they answered, we wouldn't buy conveyors anymore. We'd like to use some autonomic robots because it's cheaper than conveyors, ROI is better, and if just we will open our eyes to worldwide robots market, then we shall see that we will see that it's 100 types, 100 kinds of robots which could be used, which could be applied to each industry and to each kind of warehouse. So it's real possibility. And at this time, do you know what salary of a warehouse worker in Russia? Warehouse employee, average. Just imagine. Anyone? 50,000 rubles? No? Rupees, it's pretty the same. No. 100,000? No. It's about 150,000 rubles per month. Yes? It's pretty impressive. And so now, when Dennis shows his presentation, then we could see that some technologies could return invested money just less than in 2 years. And in Russia, it's reality. But if we will see, if we will take a look to the process of automation and robotization, just from this side, from the side of manpower and salary, then we will miss one of most important trends. It's service level. Because, for example, in Russia, I can make order and some shop will bring me products just in half of an hour. And it's not in center region, yes? It's in every region of Russia, even very, very far. Half of an hour, maybe 1 hour, and etc. And if returning to year 2019, yes, or 2020, this was not the same. Because those times, shortest period of delivery was about 1 day. But after lockdown, yes, after COVID and etc., all things are changed. And now, some of market players, biggest market players in e-com in Russia, they making challenge how fast they could deliver their goods. For example, in my house, on the lowest floor of my house, there are about 5 aggregators, food aggregators. And they have their own dark stores there. Dark store technology, you know that, yes? Okay. And they really competing with each other. So that's it. Reality is changing. And all technologies which we see, we could use and deploy to our industry, our warehouse. And I think it's really a big possibility for all of us. So that's it. And let's start this one presentation. It's about right approach to automation. Why so? Because we have a lot of friends in scientific area in Russia, and they're making some researches. And some research shows us that after implementing some automating systems, people could achieve some goals like performance increase for 20% or 30%, but that's all. And I think any kind of automation, even if you don't have anything, and then you just get, for example, Excel tables and Microsoft, and made something by yourself, you could achieve the same goal too. You will take the same result, approximately, plus minus. And it's a very strange thing because automation really based on your technological processes. As Dennis said and told, at first you have your material, your business strategy, your business idea. Second layer, after business idea, business strategy, you have your material flows, which corresponds to your strategy and idea. And only third level, after material flows, you have your business processes. And next level is automation of these business processes, because WMS is system who just fixing your processes, making it executable and manages, controls execution of these processes, but do not make any magic. So that's why we talk about right approach. Let's start from this slide. It's from JLL. Famous company, and from here we could see that the largest share of all our expenses is operational cost. I think you have the same situation in your warehouses. It's pretty the same all over the world. After that, I'll say a lot of things, but why automation is very essential and very important thing. That's not only because you will have increased performance, yes, or not only because you will have increased service level, but you also increasing your business safety. Because when your business relies on people, then it's not stable, it's not reliable. Because when people are changing, then your business could become unstable or even lose a big part of it. One of our customers had a very, very effective business by selling some expensive products. And they have a lot of SKUs. It's about 2,000 SKUs at their warehouse. And their margin was about 50%. It's very good margin for business. And they have just one employee who was responsible for this group of goods and who was responsible for processing all these goods and ship these goods. And when this employee left his company, then this direction, whole direction, was in a very, very bad position. In fact, they decreased their service level to a very, very low level. And for business to be secure, it is needed to formalize business processes and to automate these business processes. For system to give exact instructions to each employee what to do every minute, every second, in every moment of time. After that, operational stability will be achieved. Also, efficiency. As Dennis said, operations efficiency is one of the most interesting challenges in India. And as we saw, performance of employees is very, very low. So to reduce task execution time, you need at first develop, again, business processes, technological business processes, and then automate these processes to be sure that every employee doing his operations in the right way. Also about business growth. When you're making scalable business, this business could be based just on standard business processes. If you will, for example, get any foreign company, for example, Tetra Pak company, it's our customer in Russia, now it's called Packing Systems, then you will see that at first they're developing standard business processes, then they give these business processes to their representative company, child company, and they start to work using these processes and using automation systems. So when they hire people, these people, they even do not need to know what to do. They're just executing this test, performing these tasks. And that's all. So that's why they are very successful. But it is possible to detect when automation is needed using these very, very simple parameters. For example, one of these parameters is amount of SKUs. If you operate more than with 1,000 SKUs, then you could think about automation. If your team size, amount of warehouse employees exceeding 6 people, communication and task allocation become to be inefficient. And you could think about automation. If your warehouse size is more than 30,000 square feet, it's very unusual for me because I'm using meters. Okay, 30,000 square feet, or have more than 4 rack levels, then you could think about automation. And high order volumes and complex orders demand automation to optimize picking routes and reduce errors. So that's it. I think I go further because we already discussed these things. Also, there are a lot of automation systems on the market. And as we saw, we examined Indian market, and also we examined a lot of other markets. For example, in Russia, there are about 300 systems on the market. And it's pretty competitive, yes. But there are several kinds of systems. One systems are inventory tracking systems. They called ITS or AMS, and they just give you possibility to track inventory movements manually or with barcode scanners. So system is not giving your employee tasks what to do. System just taking in mind what tasks they have done, because they accepting any operation using mobile terminals. It's pretty simple, affordable. It allows you to have basic inventory visibility, but you will not get process optimization, high reliance, manual decision making in this way, and it is not spend location items. But it is not a fully automated system like WMS, because a management system WMS, it automates decision making. In fact, when you take your technological business process, it is independent of any system. And you could divide all operations in two ways. Yes, one way is operations of decision making, and the other kind of operations is physical operations. In decision making, to automate decision making, you use WMS, automating systems. To automate physical processes, you use robots. So that's it. It's very simple. And WMS systems automate decision making and have a lot of functionality to be not dependent on some people and on how people thinking. So that's it. Why WMS is decision-making system? Because at first it collects and analyzes data to enhance operational efficiency. For example, this kind of system could analyze total distances, yes, of your employees and make these distances shorter. It could analyze popularity of your goods and without any operative work, move some goods closer to shipping area and etc. It provides recommendations, forecasts for optimized warehouse performance. Modern WMS warehouse management systems even have an internal stock forecasting system. It automates routine decision making, of course, as I told, ensures transparency and control over all warehouse operations with using metrics, of course, and KPIs, supports strategic planning to align logistics with business goals, adapts to changing conditions, and minimizes human errors. So that's it. And these are results of research about what I told about not so long ago. 32% of companies face the challenge of having implemented a WMS without achieving significant results and lacking a clear understanding of how to improve warehouse efficiency. What this means? This means that a company implementing some system, they have increased level of performance in some processes, but if you know theory of constraints, yes, that you see, then you know that every system aligns to its bottleneck. And that's why it is needed not to see just in interval of one process, yes? You have to see all your processes in complex way. Only in this way, but to see these processes in complex way, you have to go up, yes, and to analyze your material flows. Or maybe sometimes you even have to analyze your business strategy or business idea. So that's why it's very important to not just to automate what do you have, yes, at this time. It's needed at first to make an audit and to make benchmarking, to know are your processes efficient or not efficient. This research is from Russia. Also, when we talk about WMS, in fact, I talk with a lot of people in India, and this time we searching for employees in our company, and I was wondering because a lot of employees, when I ask questions about, do you know what is PPC or what is BPMN, they don't know at all what is this. They don't know what is business processes are. Some of them know what is flowchart. Flowchart is okay. But when talking about methodology of system implementation, not only WMS, any kind of system, they telling me the same story. You're making business requirements documentation, you're making system requirements documentation, then setting up, implementing, and that's all, whole life. Project is finished. But project like this is the main reason why some companies in Russia have those results like in previous slide. So that's why when we talk about not only WMS, any informational system, any product of this kind, we have to take in mind not only software, software is just a component. We have to know methodology, we have to know what's about services. Because you're implementing system not only to use it at this time. Yes, you implement the system to use it for a very long time. And that's why, for example, when we started to work with the fixed prices, one of the biggest discounters in Russia, at this time they had about 10,000 shops. It was year 2011. They had just one warehouse, and at this time we still working with them because at every point of their business development, we offering them some services which could make them bigger, faster, and more efficient. As for methodology, methodology means how company will describe your processes, how company will setting up WMS, for example, or other kind of system, and how the system will be implemented. Even how to detect best time for implementation or for go live. So this is very simple map of effective implementation journey, and I started it from business process design. Because business process design is not about your business requirements documentation. Even I think that if you will ask anyone to tell you what is business requirements and by what standards these business requirements have to be developed, I think no one will answer you. Or these answers will be very, very different. But business processes are the same. After the development of technical solutions, so all business requirements and all system requirements would be done then, here. After the system setup and customization, also I was wondering because in India, I talked with a lot of people and they told me that you setting up the systems here, or they, not you, but this system oftenly not customized. It is like we take something from the box and we execute some file and start to work with this system. But if you will download a presentation from Fraunhofer University, German, then you will see that third by popularity trend all over the world is system customization, and it's about WMS. The more customizable system you have, the more things you could do with the system, the more efficient your logistics will be. But to create the right way tasks for customization, you have to start with business processes, from business processes. And after that, trial operations, trained employee, and of course, technical support. I think these things are pretty transparent because to evaluate the effectiveness of WMS implementation before and after, it is very rational to see what metrics you have before implementation, what metrics you have after implementation. And in Russia, it's a pretty unusual thing, but some companies starting to include these parameters in their contracts. For example, that they will increase efficiency of some processes for 10%, 5%, 15%, and etc. I think this trend will be expanded to many countries because, as I know in Germany, for example, some companies working this way. And Alex, will you comment this slide?
Yes, it is about our solution. So we put all main indicators in this screen. So because already this system is designed and what Dmitry will explain today. So the system have capability of performing 5 million lines process daily. It is actually very big number, so even Amazon can use this system for his performance. And availability through the year 99.97%. So it means that the system never shut down when you need it in critical time, and it will work 24 hours, 7 days. So we even signed the SLA agreements for that. 5,000 advanced functions implement in our system, so it will be customized to any type of vertical market. They have some special query editor. Then you can put any rules which should be followed according to your business needs. Our customers who implement the system have performance 100 boxes per man per hour. So you can like check your benchmarks, how much your picking tasks and perform in your company. So it is just some kind of benchmarking that you can checking. The life cycle of the system more than 10 years, and it means that many our customers who implement the WMS, they don't need to upgrade it, and they use sometimes more than 10 years without any upgrade. So the system like very basic infrastructure of your informational system in warehouse it be. So zero errors in warehouse operations because the system designed the way how to prevent any mistake from even unknowledge personals. Like Dmitry says, it needs to be only execute, not to think. So that's why after WMS, you can go to warehouse robots because the operation smoothly can be transferred to the robotic automation. And it will be, it's going on like this. When company come into the cycle, they want robots, so it is coming. And no software engineer required for operations. So you don't need any developer that's system work and customized accordingly without engineer, developer engineer. So, and also some few points like our system need 8 times less server maintenance cost. It means they're not so much demanding for the resources. So it can be used easily and without any costly servers. So this is some kind of advertising. So thank you very much. Thank you, Dmitry.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.